Well, Henshaw here, Constitutional Crisis Channel. This will be a little bit different video than I've done to this point, but it'll be an important one. Because what I want to do here is expand my horizons a bit, because I've concentrated quite a bit on traffic courts, quote unquote, and that's where most of us come in contact with the de facto National Socialist government. That said, the issues I raise are good basically across the board against any alphabet agency. Because if we're saying that there's no state and no government, no matter what they do, with no quorums in either house of the legislature, with no appointed territorial governor, these are structural jurisdictional errors. And they apply across the board, especially in criminal cases. And sometimes you have to take some very unpopular positions at first, like what I did in South Carolina. But it is what it is. And there's very good reason for doing what it is I'm doing. So we have those cases that we can get involved in, and I'll be offering assistance with. Another area that comes up frequently are civil cases, particularly those involving mortgages, because the issues I have here, I believe, are capable of undoing every mortgage agreement in the country. And for reasons that are powerful, and because basically the lenders are not registered, for example, where I am in the state of California, to do business. And if they're not registered, the contract, even if otherwise perfectly in order, and they never are, is invalid. And it also means that they can't get into our courts to even contest it, at least not via corporate counsel. You know, the president of the corporation wants to come in there, may or may not have a right. That is a gray area for me still at this point. But they are, after all, our judicial courts. And we have better standing as state citizens than they do. You know, even if they had 14th War Amendment citizenship, which they don't have, we have better standing. And that's the way the nation and republic was established. That we have the rights and they have the privileges. Except that now the government looks at all of us and says, oh, you're an artificial corporate entity, just like IBM is. That's not how it works. And this is, I think, the best and maybe quickest way I know to get power back where it belongs. So across the board in areas like this, in areas, you know, trying to get yourself made whole for acts committed against you, you know, especially with medical malpractice and things like that, and other torts that have been committed against you, you don't go in there with civil rights, quote unquote. Doesn't work. They got to make you look good once in a while, yeah, sure, to make you look good. But you look at the numbers on that, it looks like 95% of them, the way I read it, get thrown out at the first opportunity by the court, sometimes before there's even a hearing, for crying out loud. It's a waste of time, and of course it is. If you're going up there with an amendment that doesn't exist, what the hell? There's no right you have to invoke judicial process. A subject matter for another day. So that said, there's a lot more that we can do with this, and in a lot more areas than you would think. And that's what I'm going to be concentrating on here with some more videos coming up in the future. And I'll tell you how we can do that. To that end, let me close here by just saying that the sooner we get all this done, the better off we're going to be. Trust me. And if we get the nation back to a controlled environment where we control the government, then all of us will be free, and I will have done my job.